I'm about to say, hold on. Hello, everybody. I love y'all.
What up?
Hey,
Love you, boo.
hey, dude. What's up, dude?
I'm that dude.
Hey,
I'm just like him, Dodo.
that would be so dope if Candice, if Kela and Cabana decided to do an episode where they switch characters.
I'm not
They
even
are
that.
twins.
Yo,
Right.
and they say it every time. Every time.
All right, we are now live. Go ahead and set up your watch parties and so on and so forth.
Okay. I just spilled tea all over the floor.
Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
I spilled it literally all over the floor. I'm coming. I'm wiping it up right now.
All right, here we go.
Turn my damn phone on silent. People quit calling me.
Wow. Purr. Really, Lance? Yeah.
All right, you guys got your stuff set up?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? This your girl Dizzy for an impromptu. What you got to say? Look,
Hold on. No theme music?
we ain't doing music. Look, I don't have time. Look, Candice don't have time. I don't have time. We gonna get into it because we need to get all this off our chest.
Right.
So, welcome to What You Got to Say. So we decided to do an impromptu show today. We missed the mark yesterday. We really wanted to jump in yesterday, but some of us might have been fired from our jobs if we were allowed to speak on camera yesterday. So we need to decide.
Point.
Right. So we didn't want to mess up our coins, so we had to get it together, but we still gonna speak. So what you got to say? So what's up, Miss Cool Candice? How you doing, love?
What's up, y'all, man? It is literally time to chop it up.
Exactly. What's up, Mr. Tyrone Greggory?
Yo! Like she said, literally time to chop it up. It's literally time to gang. Let's get it.
That's funny you say that. I saw a meme on Facebook earlier today that says, "Hey, yo, what hood you from?" They was like, United States. And afterwards, it was like, gang. I thought about you when I saw it.
Oh, I love you too.
What's up, Mr. Cabana Blaq?
Hey, everybody. I'm that dude. I am so ready. I have finally broken away. There will be no balance on this show for me.
Oh,
Great.
yes, we love it. We love it. And last but not least, look, our fearless leader in this conversation, because I know that's what it's going to be. What's up, Miss Kela Mahogany?
Hey, y'all. Listen, I've been saying, what I've been saying this whole time. So look, I don't sound crazy anymore. I'm down here in the bunker though.
Hey, can we all just give a solitude middle finger because that's what Kela would do?
True that. So, chaos at the goddamn cafe. Can somebody please tell me what? Look, I don't even know how to start this. I went on such a meme post. Look, I posted at least 12 memes yesterday.
You did that.
I did. Yeah, every time I saw something, I stole it and shot it out into the atmosphere like,
You was on it. Hold on. You actually posted at one of them. You was like, are y'all tired of me yet?
Oh, yeah. Y'all still mad about Target? Are we still mad about kneeling? It's the privilege for me.
Like all out in the open though. Like now if what you needed was something on prime time to show you the disparities, you know what I mean? To show you the difference in the way people are treated, that was the actual government that they were, breaking into, that they broke into, sat in chairs, put the COVID hands on everything.
Picked up on the desk, baby. I work here. I can do this.
It's my house.
You in Nancy's office with your feet on the desk? Really? Going through her emails? Wait a minute. I said, Nancy, why was your email, why was your Outlook wide open? Why your CAC ain't in your pocket?
Woo! Yes. Yes.
Hey, look, I for one, I was happy that it went down. All I wanted to understand in the beginning, because later on that night, it turned different. But
Yeah, it was
in
different.
the beginning, I was like, where is that summertime energy when y'all was whooping ass freely? Y'all was just knocking niggas out.
They was ready.
Where was that energy?
They
But
were
later on that night, I did see last night. Later on last night, I seen them push. Hey, it was this white dude.
It was getting into it at night.
It was crazy.
Night shift was on some bullshit. They didn't give a fuck.
That was a night shift.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
So
Wondering why, how did we not have, look.
You don't even know.
I know
why. We know why, though, for real.
Look, I know how we got to this point. Because of slavery. Boom. That's it. Drop it.
I was going to say because of Trump, but you know
I
what I'm
was going to say slavery. We got here because that brother made deals.
Yes, that he has been doing the thing.
We need to stop watching Netflix and get into the real reality of this TV show that we're on daily. What about that?
It is. It's a reality TV show, and it really it had me speechless that we have gotten to a point in this country where they're like, all right, I know you racist, but it's okay. We're gonna do it right here in your face, and y'all just gonna sit here and suck it up. Like, there could not have been a black or brown face who participated in this particular demonstration that would not have been called a thug or a terrorist. Or no, let's say what this shit was. This was domestic terrorism. That's exactly what this was. How do you have the gall to walk into the Capitol? OL, not AL, OL, because that was kicking some of y'all ass yesterday. Y'all didn't know the difference between AL and OL.
yeah,
it ain't the first time they did it though.
Coming for you.
Right. But you bust all the way through. RIP to the lady who did die, but baby, this is what you signed up for. You are a armed service person and you felt the need to jump in with the rest of these goons and run into the Capitol, and you was just gonna bust through and they were gonna let you, okay, so you got popped. You do not deserve to be buried with honors. You do not deserve that 21 gun salute. You don't. This makes no sense. You are a domestic
climbing through the window.
I'll say this.
Climbing through the window.
I'll say this. One, there is no doubt in my mind, it's just like the mafia. It's planned. That's how they got there. Just like Samantha said, the welcome mat. This was orchestrated so he could do what he wanted to do. And I think it's great because it does show black and white. It does show what happened. Black Lives Matter, as opposed to a riot, not a protest, as opposed to people.
No, they're treating the protest like a riot.
They want to call us chimpanzees and monkeys, but you climbing the walls. You busting through stuff. You making a mess. I'm so like, when I said in my post that I wish I had hammer nails in my Timbs boots so I could put my foot on their necks and then drag it, I meant it.
Hey, and I never heard you sound so violent.
Yo, he was hot.
The balance is gone. There is no balance right now.
And there's no balance of power. How did you feel like this was okay? Like, we're in the United States. If anything, what y'all did was show how easy it is to walk in. What y'all did was show our adversaries and our enemies, oh, this all I got.
That's the scary part.
All you need is a Trump flag. That's all you need.
America literally just said, we're playing checkers, we're not playing chess.
They played checkers yesterday. Yesterday was checkers. There was no plan. It was like, let's let enough of us get to the door. Let's bum rush through the door. Look, you know what that reminded me of? So I was laughing, but not like laughing because it was funny. I was laughing because I could not believe what I was watching. Mm-hmm. They busted through those fences like the people at the front of the concert when you want to bum rush the stage.
It was a domino effect.
That's all it did. You had cops on bikes, a bike.
They bum rushed the doors like when Tickle Me Elmo was on sale at Black Friday.
Yeah.
Look, I never seen the National Guard and the police and the FBI move that slow to show up to any event. Let them say, we got some black people gathering up over here. Them motherfuckers would have been on look, they would have been on motorcycles.
More security at Walmart. I've seen more security at Walmart than was at the Capitol yesterday.
Try to get to a permit.
Gucci and Jeezy had more security during their versus battle than the Capitol had. Yes, this makes no sense.
Try to get to a permit Walmart and see what happened.
Right.
Somebody make a post and say, okay, let's go down the list. How many places got more security than the Capitol? I'll wait.
That part, period.
But he's still in office, though.
Yes.
And
Of
see,
Oh, no, because he's still there for like a couple of weeks.
but this is my question, and
But I'm gone now.
not to just anybody, you know, like I get it, you know, whatever, for our brothers and sisters, whether what color you are and you're supporting my cause. My question to white America, white people is this, and I'm being very blatant because done.
Transparency is beautiful, bro.
Because when is it going to be enough for y'all to know that it's in your land now? You know how the song goes, this land is my land and all that other stuff?
Yeah, he went there, but I'm with him.
When are you going to get tired enough to know that it's in your land, that it's going to come on your grass, on your porch, at your door? Because in reality, we can do but so much. As black people, we got to push, and we're doing the narrative. But now I'm telling white people, well, when you going to wake up? When you go take the coffee,
they was whooping some white ass last night.
Right.
I'm telling you now, they was whooping white ass last night.
There was a post yesterday. I didn't repost it, but I definitely felt exactly what she was saying. And it was like, black people, don't you go out there trying to do nothing today.
Right.
That was not our fight yesterday.
This ain't our fight.
It wasn't our fight yesterday. Wasn't our fight. For what?
Sit back and stand by.
Look,
No,
I stood back.
Guess what?
Hold on. We got comments. Go ahead, Greg. We got comment. We got a lot. I gotta let our people.
When bro said yesterday, when bro said, are we gonna go ahead and talk about this? And I was like, nah, it's still nutrition for me. I didn't think about it that way. I was like, man, I ain't about to give this dude no energy. I ain't about to do it. And then I looked at what happened after I said, nah, I ain't gonna give him no energy. And then all that shit happened. I was like, oh yeah, Cabana, right? Let's talk about this shit.
Yeah. So, and they already said, Samantha said they rolled out the welcome mat. Lance said, look, it's a setup.
It was welcomed.
Right.
They were okay with it.
No way they just gonna let these individuals in without repercussions. I got a friend out there in the EEO world that said, look, I'm just watching. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just watching. My mom says it was an inside job. Lance said this is natural selection. I think they was talking about when old lady got popped. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
A friend said to me she thought her white privilege was going to protect her, and she was wrong. Apparently Trump was in the lead with the recount until this happened.
That's not true. Lance is some conspiracy theory stuff. We need to dive into that one.
Okay, all right. So apparently he was in the lead with the recount until this happened. Why would Trump supporters storm the Capitol building? You want to hit that, Kela?
Yeah, like I want to know why Lance thinks that's what was going on. What do you mean by in the lead? Because he wasn't in the lead. It's just that the Republicans, more of the Republicans, like over 100 of them, I can't remember the exact number, but they did vote against whatever they were voting for, which is fucking ridiculous. The fact that they went in there and still did it after that happened. I think they still support that Trump.
I think it was being sarcastic.
Huh?
Okay.
I think it was being
sarcastic. That's his thoughts. He doesn't have any proof.
Oh, okay.
But I will say,
I'm sorry.
I will check the box and I will say I agree that this was definitely an inside job because anybody who has ever attempted to enter a federal building knows you got hell and high water that you've got to go through just to get to the building, first off. Then getting into the building is a whole other process. So I don't understand how you made it all the way into the house floor.
Because they were white.
You know what?
No disrespect, but it's because
I
they
will
was
tell you.
white.
Would you
I
say?
will tell you. They let them in when they had the barricades up. There is video showing them letting them walk through. So that's exactly how they got through. They were not stopping.
Your privilege let them
Period.
through.
Dizzy,
Yeah.
have you ever seen Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana in the same place at the same time?
Goddamn.
Have you ever seen Clark Kent and Superman at the same time? You ain't never seen Clark Kent flying. Why?
They the same person. Oh, so okay. So here's what they told me that yesterday. People said, where were the cops? Where were they? And a friend of mine was like, what you mean, where were the cops? The cops were storming the cops was the ones helping storm the building.
Yes. The thing about it, Amanda still says it best. One of the things I was watching her, she was saying, like, you know, once again, because I definitely want this to be wide open, is we watch all these shows and all these shows show us exactly what's going on. This is the finest hour of political overtaking agenda. And Trump, must I add this, he always finds a way, because he's an entertainer and a clown. He always finds a way to match it to something that we're celebrating. Because we're not even talking about the Georgia situation and the election and the things that happened. He always did it. He did it in Florida on the day. He always finds a way. So I know for sure, even with voting processing, don't get me wrong, Kela, you didn't mess me up. You know that, right?
That's
But
true. Come on over.
the thing about it is, even with voting process, a lot of this is done underhanded. Sometimes they give us a little instead of giving us a lot. So now the thing is, we have an opportunity where something is very blatant and very opened. You saw two different, you saw night and day, and the night won't Black Lives Matter. It won't.
You know, I'll tell you something that I do find funny. I thought, not funny, haha, but just peculiar.
Right, ironic.
I thought it was funny how, you know, because there's that stereotype that they feel that all Black people, we all know each other. Everybody knows each other. Yeah. But wasn't it funny how all of us were posting the same type of shit yesterday?
We all had the same feeling.
Yeah.
All of us had the same. I think yesterday was one of those days that we were at, I think as a country, we were more united than any other time.
One sound, one mic, one sound.
Right, that's right. But everyone had the same responses, like, are y'all seeing it? Y'all look at all of this. Look at this ability to disarm people without killing them.
Once again, I still said
they must have had training since George Floyd and everyone else. They had training, right?
That's shocking. Oh my gosh, I didn't know they could not use excessive force.
Like I said, look at all the unbeat asses.
That's what.
This is why I yell every weekend.
You got that proud mama look on her face, like, oh, they woke up.
Bruh.
Look at my face. You know what I mean? Look at
I taught them.
Out of the thousands of people that was out there, you mean to tell me you only arrested like 52, somewhere between 52 and 58? That's it?
Because everybody else was peaceful. Everybody else complied.
I'm sure most people were arrested because of curfew, not because they broke into the Capitol.
And that's because the cops
numbers, Kela, they're going to use those numbers to say that they arrested people for the protest, but it was for curfew. They're not going to talk about the number of people that they actually had to use force on. But guess what? The ones that they used force on, those were people that believe in the Black Lives Matter movement, or on top of that, just don't give a fuck for Trump.
Can we talk about a curfew for a second?
Yeah.
How many of y'all had a curfew when you was growing up? Had to be home by a certain age. You had to be home.
The lights went.
Street lights.
If you're playing outside,
Right.
that street light better not catch you.
There you go. So got a little bit older. You had to be home by 10 p.m. A little bit older, had to be home by midnight. Right?
Mhm.
Can somebody tell me if your curfew mean be home by 11? If you came in your house at like 11:02,
it was over.
What happened?
Mama was ready for war.
Your mama was sitting at the door watching, waiting on you to come in the house.
Ready for war.
So, the light on.
So I'm trying to figure out the concept of curfew last night when they said curfew is at 6 p.m.
But they didn't enforce it until when?
So I sat and I looked and I was like, okay, all right, 5:59. I was like, like at 5:30, I was like, these motherfuckers still outside?
They ain't going nowhere.
Look, here we go. You all were obviously not raised in a Black family because you already know the exact amount of time it takes you to get from anywhere in the city back to your mama's house. So all y'all are at the same hotel that y'all can get to in 2 minutes?
WY.
And then when I didn't see any rubber bullets, no dragon, no batons at 6:01, I said, well, wait a minute.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
What happened? What changed?
What happened? Because I'd have had my ass beat.
But this is the thing, just like Samantha said.
So, they saw some of their own out there. So I don't know if you saw the post, but Republican delegate Derek Evans from West Virginia has posted a video of him in the midst of all the Trump supporters stormed the Capitol, and he was a part of it in all of his gear. But then he deleted the video, but not before everybody saved it and shared it again. So they did not attack them because they saw their own. They saw their own people. They saw their friends. And they were okay with it.
But this is, once again, like Samantha said, they broke curfew in Detroit on June 2nd, and they were there within an hour. The biggest thing out of everything that people need to understand is not just all of the things that is sliding, is we're now, like Kela been saying for a while, it is deliberate. It is a setup.
They know
it is what it is. What are you going to do about it now? But then when you say what are you going to do about it, once again, I'm going to say to my fellow white people, when are you going to be okay and then not okay with it being in your yard? Because that's really the difference here. The difference is their decision, because we had to back out of it because we would have got killed if we went towards it. First of all, we don't support it, but I'm saying even if we attempted to go that route, we already know what the end is. So we have to go to
killed for walking past the Capitol sneezing too loud.
Right. So our Zooms and our creative ways and our social media is the form of our protest. But I'm ready to lynch the truth. I'm ready to hang the truth by its neck, like they hang us, like they lynch us. I'm ready for them to understand, like, the cover is off. I don't want to talk about what didn't happen. I want to talk about what is happening. And you're not removed. You're not out of office. You're still there because whomever you slept with, whatever you sucked, whatever you had to do, you made sure that you were in position on that yesterday evening for all of this to be set up. It reminds me of any criminal activity where everybody is with the good old boys, and the good old boys are not trailer trash. The good old boys is Trump and anybody else that's in higher power and authority, making their little minions out there do the job. But they're the ones saying all this crap. And when he got up there and did his speech, it was not only disrespectful, it was not only
we love you. You're so special.
You're special.
Right. It was disgusting. But I said to myself, this is the Hitler moment. This is what the entertainer and the clown wants the most. It is not the fact that he's doing all this kind of stuff. It is the moment for him to get up and say, I want you to go home and all this other stuff, but yet and still we know that we were wronged. He wants to be able to throw cash money crap in our faces.
Yes.
The way we have to beat them is we have to pull the carpet from under all of this and now keep this truth in front of everyone. So in some ways, this was the biggest favor they could do, because honestly, I feel like it's always like a guinea pig science project. They test things out to see how much we're going to react or what we're going to do. But when things get out of control and when COVID get out of control, that's when we have to seize the day. And towards the end of the night, things will not, wait a minute, this ain't working out. Or wait a minute, I need y'all to pull back. Oh, wait a minute, hold up, we didn't want that. What you doing? But the one thing they always say, and I'm going to say this, finally I can say this because I don't use the word, I don't.
Which word? What you want me to say?
You know, the N-word. Because the N-word really means jackass. And that's why I call him a jackass on my Instagram. And I know y'all not used to me being like this, but I'm hot. And the thing about it is, at the end of the day, that's when those people that are not Black, that are white, that are acting like jackasses. I'm not a nigga. Matter of fact, you the nigga. Because at the end of the day, you're allowing your truth to be shown. Let's get into the true definitions of the stuff. And Black people don't use their definitions no more for us. Period. Enough.
Yeah.
So the fact that you said that this was a test basically is the truth, because, and to go along with that, Trump has already been banned on social media platforms, on Twitter, on Facebook, because of the video that he shared, basically inciting this violence and this riot that took place. Whoa. So he's banned from social media till the end of his presidency. That's one. Two, in saying that this is a test, although Trump can't post on Twitter and Facebook, his supporters and his rioters are posting on another site called Parler. On that particular site, they are going back and forth. It was like, oh, we're the people, we're going to support the Republic, and we're going to save the Constitution, blah, blah, blah. This is all the things that they're saying that they are doing. And right. They were saying verbatim what they were going to do today. Well, yesterday, they were saying exactly what they were going to do, when they were going to show up, and they were saying how many people they were bringing. They laid it out explicitly. So I'm not sure how the FBI, SWAT, and everybody else in DC wasn't prepared, because they said specifically exactly what they were going to do, just like that dude who bombed everything in Tennessee. He said what he was going to do. Maya Angelou told y'all, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. So back to my point. So point number two is the fact that they are on Parler right now, and Trump can still comment on there because he's on there with his QAnon people and his supporters, and he's praising them and everything that they did. They have said explicitly that you stopped us today, we will be back on January 19th. So listen to me, my people and our allies. Watch your six, wherever you are. Because especially if you are going to the Capitol, if you plan on being a part of the inauguration and, this momentous occasion with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris that are going to be inaugurated, if you are going, watch your six, because these dummies are coming back.
I would further elaborate on that. Not just if you go into the inauguration. I feel January 19th, 20, wherever you are in the United States of America, you're going to need to watch your six. Because if people have been able to behave in these ways for the past 4 years because of the way their leader is acting, they don't have any reason to not act that way on the 20th anywhere. Yeah. Anywhere. So hold on, we got two comments. Well, actually, we got three comments. One is from Lance. Lance says, what we need to be doing is, instead of focusing on one side of the debate or political party about this event, we do need to look at both sides as why they are doing things, whether it be positive or negative, and hold them accountable. If we allow others to influence us, to lead us astray from the truth, then what are we doing? regardless of your political beliefs, we need to hold everyone accountable in this modern time with what is going on. I don't see how anyone has a strong belief in one side or the other. But Sam responded and said, one side is murdering and impunity and justifying it. The other side is saying stop. The lines are very clear, and white moderates need to pick a side instead of towing the status quo in the name of positivity.
Yo, that's a white lady saying that shit. Listen to me. Like, with all respect given in life, that's a white lady saying that, though. Like, she took a felony for fucking Black Lives Matter. Like,
yeah.
Like when I was talking that bullshit about, or not bullshit, when I was talking that, like, why they not whooping ass right now like they was in the summer, she was one of the asses that got whooped.
Right.
Like, no disrespect to you, Sam. I love you, Sam. No disrespect to Sam. But they was whooping ass.
True.
And now all of a sudden, it's like the things are different. That don't make sense.
Nothing's different. They just, everything is now truth. And the thing about it, Lance, you know, to be honest with you, I think this is where it is that you have to make a decision. I don't think you can look at both, because you have to pick what is evil and what is not. It wasn't, you know, we know that both sides are corrupt. We know both sides have problems. But when you have disrespect, lies, murder, and hate that's coming from one side, and the other one is not giving that, you have to take a choice and say, what's up? And I really don't think that Biden and Harris are going to have an inauguration that is going to be public. I think they're going to go virtual because they're not dumb. I think that at this point, it's going to be a virtual inauguration. You can watch it from TV. And if they're not going to do it, I hope you're watching our show, because you should do it. Because at this point, that's called being safe, that's called being smart, and that's called being uninterrupted, and you can say what you want to say. And then on the 19th, I think anybody that's, you know, out, like, you know, Dizzy said, we have to be mindful that they have been sending these subliminals on TV and television and shows for years and years. But in my own brain thinking, I'm like, you know, it's just entertainment. It is what it is. But now the reason why I was speechless yesterday, I was more speechless when I was watching them climb that wall. Like, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. You telling me you climbing a wall? You climbing a wall?
I thought
American Ninja Warrior.
To get in a place because you lost. Like, let's be perfectly clear. The truth is, you got some spoiled behind individuals that are losing hard. You telling me you climbing a wall because you lost and you didn't lose. You didn't lose.
You can't your way, so you're mad.
You're mad. You're that mad that you climbing a wall. You got me up.
But y'all want to build a wall, but now y'all climbing walls. That part fucked me up.
Woo! When I said, and I know Kela probably cried because she ain't said about 2 cents.
No, hey, listen. Hey, the roundabout at the end of all this is gonna be Kela, and like everybody gonna be quiet. Cause Kela,
I know.
Right.
Kela gonna have 2 words. Told y'all.
He ain't got nothing to say right now. But as soon as we say, and the mic goes to Kela, she gonna be like, and I. You about to Whitney Houston that shit, nigga.
Oh, so I got a question. I have a question. All right, I got a question. So, how many? Oh, I'm sorry. I said that people were having temper tantrums, and Sam clarified. Sorry, Sam. They had Trumper tantrums. That's what they were having.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So, I'm kind of paraphrasing something that I was just texted from somebody else. All right. So we are now, not just now, we've always been aware that black and brown people cannot get away with the same stuff that white people do. We've established that. We know that is what it is. We just can't. All right. So how many of you have, just from yesterday to today, have experienced any individuals who were not Black or brown still try to stand by the fact that white privilege doesn't exist?
I had a brown person say it. I had a brown person talking about, what about BLM? What about Antifa? What? I can no longer engage in those types of conversations because it's just, we're not operating under the same facts. If you think that what happened yesterday is along the lines of the protests that were happening before, and if you think the things that were going on at night and the conflict that was happening between the police is the same thing as the protests that were happening, during the day, we really can't talk, because you don't know. If you're saying that all of that is one, you're not thinking critically. And I no longer will speak to people who are not thinking critically. You can have an alternate opinion, than me, but if you are not, like Lance is trying to say, there are things going on and looking at both sides and things like that, it's like, they are blatantly showing you what is going on. They're telling you, Trump has been telling you guys this for the whole time he's been in office. This is nothing new. He has wanted this. He has flame these flames.
Right.
Fan these flames. And so all I'm saying is that if you decide to be closed-minded and close your eyes to yesterday and try to compare it to any type of protest that goes on for Black lives, like, I ain't got shit to say anymore.
Look, Cabana, so my boy Tyrone jumped in there when you were talking about the wall. Talking about they was climbing a wall. My friend Tyrone in here said that was some old Game of Thrones shit. Those was
it was like, oh my God, like, what are y'all doing? Y'all are climbing the wall. And the thing about it is,
White Walkers.
Look,
White Walkers?
Khaleesi, come burn the mug down. I need a dragon.
And then we can never compare any of what has happened. The magnitude, my eyes, and this is a deep moment for me because I can't wash it out. I tried, and I literally try to wash it out, but my eyes are still stained, and I get teary a little bit about that young boy running from those white men in that truck, and they shot him. Like, my eyes are stained. Like, we have visual stains in our eyes from just 2020 of what has happened by being a person that is healthy and honest and sincere. I mean, take me for an example, for everybody, the person that says balance. And today, I'm like, nah, not today. Because now something even more that I like she said, Kela would have to give me the middle finger. Kela would have to tell me, I can't talk to you if I'm not going to be in critical thinking. I had to look at yesterday's events like, yo, what is going on? It was not the fact that they wanted to riot. It was not the fact that they do not believe in Biden. It is the fact that what you gave us, you did not give them. Period.
Right. Because that would have been fine. If thousands of you guys went to the Capitol to protest, that's fine. You can march all you want on that grass with your many different flags from all these different organizations. Yell, scream, whatever.
Where were the rubber bullets?
There was a senator. I don't remember who it was. I can Google it. I'll find it. It was either a senator or a newscaster. It was somebody that was locked down. So it must have been a senator or a congressman or something. And he was like, he said, I don't think that the police department, the Metro Police Department, and the Capitol Police felt that it was going to get this bad today. He said, you got to think of, hold up. He said, you got to think about where we are. He said, any random day of the week, there are people in this state, in this area, yelling at a monument. I cracked up when he said it like that. He was like, every day of the week, there's some group out here yelling at a monument. And I was like, damn, right with that statement. The whole thing, no, but that statement,
you never, and that's the thing, you never think about that. You never think about, literally, honestly, I thought, and I know this is going to be so dumb of me, but it's okay because I didn't know. Now I know. I thought after the election, I didn't think that Trump would have any more real power. Like, and I'm being honest. Like, I thought, okay, we voted, it was hell, whatever. But to see what I already felt before, I've always said he studies Hitler. If you study Hitler, you will read that Hitler was one of the most diabolical individuals on this earth, after even beyond Saddam Hussein. But the one thing that Hitler did, what people don't get, and this is where I had to click back in and say, Hitler was so deranged in his thinking of leadership that him killing himself was the only way to end. There was no like, I'm going to bow down, I'm going to, give in. He made even the woman that he was with kill herself. So once I started looking back at Trump, I was like, Trump is going to do this to the very bitter end. He's going to, and he already knew, but I didn't know. I was thinking to myself, we're going through so much financial turmoil. People's money's being stopped. And I'm thinking he didn't sign the thing till 12 hours later. But I'm thinking, okay, he signed it 12 hours later, but why we got this much of a hiccup? You mean that you don't have a backup contingency plan? You mean that you can't change something? You mean that we that effed up that we can't get it together that quick? Then I was like, oh, I forgot, because this is all planned. This is the real reality show. I forgot.
At the end of the day, this nigga gonna be on Dancing with the Stars next month.
I will smack Dancing with the Stars if they
look, with security though, because I'm gonna be honest. At this point, he already knows realistically Trump can't go.
He don't know, but like that's how much he don't care. Like he gonna be on Dancing with the Stars next month, doing the fucking cha-cha.
In a penguin suit?
Frank is in.
Maybe. Oh, they did start masked dancers, so he may be masked.
Listen, he bringing the.
Hey, so oh, go ahead, Kela. Go ahead. What you saying?
I was just saying he was bringing the apprentice back.
Yeah, he about to go back to.
He need to hire all of them people that was at the Capitol yesterday. Frank. Hey, what's up, Frank Olivier?
Bro.
Our France affiliate. He's up here today. He said, hey, fellas. He said, look, we've seen the sickness of this country. 10 years ago, the U.S. was the future in their eyes. He said, but yesterday, Washington brought it back to the Middle Ages. Really?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
2 stars. Would not recommend.
Would not recommend. My boy Shane is in the house. Hey, Shane. My brother Champ is in the house. Hey, bro. Okay, so Shane, I was waiting for Shane to start typing.
Hey,
all right, so Shane says, hey, he said, charisma goes a long way to disguise
that. I was just thinking that.
Goes a long way in disguising this fascist bullshit. He said, nah, son, he either go be in jail or dead. Y'all saw that Iran issued an arrest warrant for him in Interpol. Iraq has a warrant for.
They ain't gonna do shit.
I ain't gonna lie. He better not mess with the Middle East. I think that listen. Number one, whoever gets that ticket to be his Secret Service, they gonna be like, oh fuck, I got Trump.
I think that you know what?
There's some people that want to be for him. There's some people that want to be for him. There's
somebody.
All those people that were on the damn.
Volunteer for it quickly.
There was somebody who is a heavy Trump supporter, Secret Service, that was denied because he was trying to be on service with Biden. That's how fucking fucked up these people are.
Come on.
Well, I guess I'm just thinking for myself because I'm like, I was in the military, so it's like if I was on the Secret Service level. And them motherfuckers said, this is your assignment. You gotta guard Trump. I would be like, oh, bitch.
Yeah, I was checking and confirming that the warrant had been issued. So yes, The warrant
there-
has been issued for his arrest.
We are dealing with sadistic individuals. We're not.
Because he literally killed a general, just dropped a bomb on his ass.
Right.
Like they weren't supposed to.
Hold on. Like a bitch with a motherfucking drone.
You know what I'm like? And nothing happened. You didn't expect any repercussions from that. And no, they're not gonna come and get him because they would have to come and get him, or America would have to extradite.
But you would shoot a black man for reaching
At
for
this
his
point,
wallet.
they probably want to extradite him.
Listen,
Trump
Republicans
Make
are.
watch his back.
This is what I wanted.
There's a tug of war. There's such a tug of war going on in the Republican Party. You ain't even. It's crazy right now.
What did you want to say, Kela?
I wanted to say nothing has changed for real. There were 121 Republicans who voted against Biden. There were 138 that voted against, like, what is it? In the House, a majority of Republicans voted to object to the results, but they were still soundly rejected. So 121 rejected to Arizona and 138 for Pennsylvania.
Right.
They did not want Biden. Like, they still didn't. Even after they saw what happened yesterday, they didn't give a fuck and still voted the way that's a lot of motherfuckers. Those are the people. There's a list. I have a list. Don't even worry about it. I'll attach states to them motherfuckers. But they need to be voted out. Like, you have to go.
Right.
They saw it and they went back in later that night and still voted in that way.
A lot of them did that because they wanted to save face for the rest of the Republican Party. So take Ted Cruz, for instance. He plans on running for president again. So being
this
from
Ted Cruz, not you, Candice.
Whatever. But the reason I'm saying it is because if he is getting to a point where he can go ahead and announce his bid for the presidency for 2024 or whatever it is, he is still going to be able to rally the supporters for Trump and rally the rest of the Republican Party saying, hey, I was one of the people who didn't vote for Biden. I was one of the people who didn't want to solidify him and make him president. Vote for me because I'm a true Republican. This is what they're trying to do. This is what they're speaking to their base. So although it's a coward move, because dude, he lost.
They're speaking to the millions that still voted for Trump regardless.
But it wasn't
what he's doing. He's still speaking to their base.
That's all. That's what I'm saying. Regardless, if it was for the Trump, even if it was for the Trumpers and they're talking to their base. My point is that they're not for the country.
Right.
Oh no.
That's it. 120, like over 120 of these people decided that regardless of what they saw today, regardless if they were so scared and we felt unity, because they were saying that shit during the time when they were secluded with each other, trying to put out words of encouragement and shit, talking about we're all in here, banding together and there's some type of unity. Mitt Romney up there talking about, yes, I'm so proud of the people in this room and shit, when only the Democrats were clapping for you. The Republicans didn't like anything that you fucking said. And so no, the Republicans, they are not for country, they are for party.
And they're not even just
and that's
party.
I understand what you're talking about.
There's a Trump Republican and there's a regular Republican. There are two types.
But that's where the problem is. We don't
let her talk.
We don't need two types. We don't. The
That's
problem.
why we need more political parties.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need two types. One of the things that I was talking to this mental health person about, and she gave this great analogy. She said, a lot of times people get in trouble because they have relationships with titles instead of building relationships. All these people, and just what you said about these different people, they're building relationships with these titles with Republican, and you're losing. And just like Albert said, fear is driving the masses. Just like everybody, of course, we know that they dropped the bond and there's different reasons why they dropped the bond, all this kind of stuff. But people are having a relationship with the title of president instead of having a relationship with the office and what the job is and who the person is and how they're supposed to function. And instead of finding out the character of anything, we just run to the narrative of the title. And we kind of mentioned this before, that people kind of move over to opportunity instead of moving over to authenticity.
That's what people do.
Hey, but you actually dropped the jewel right there when you said that.
You are so right. That's exactly what they're doing.
You dropped the jewel when you said that, because at the end of the day, we don't even think about like elections and shit. As Black people, like a lot of Black people don't look at the elections. Now we don't even look at like I said episodes before. We don't even look at our daggone city. We don't look at our county. We don't look at these things.
Yeah.
So
that's what we've been promoting. That's the great thing about our shows, because we've been promoting that all year long. All year long. That is something different we have done in 2020.
Yeah, chopped it up.
You know one thing that I found great about 2020 is the fact that Black people in general, us as a people, we have actually been looking at politics more.
Yeah.
We've been paying attention to the things that can condemn us, because they can condemn you, but if you don't know what the law is, if you don't know what the policy is, they can lock you up real quick. But if you know, then you can say, back up off me. I know what this law is.
Right.
I know what the policy is. I know my rights from the Constitution. Like, if I could say anything about 2020, Black people have been paying attention to our rights. And we've been paying attention to democracy and the government.
True.
I don't know. Maybe
so we at the 1 hour mark, because I know other people got stuff to do. However, Tyra, I do want to say that Shane said, Kavana, that is so very, very true. That is a great perspective about your opportunity versus authenticity. I like that. And Tyrone Friedman says, yo, that's 100%. They don't want talking about the ones who voted for Trump who voted against the election anyway last night. It's because they just don't want to pay taxes. Just about all of them are part of insider trading. I think a whole lot more is going to come out before all of this is over. Go ahead.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about Georgia turned blue.
Yes.
Blue, shawty.
But that's what I'm saying. They try to hide our shine.
Oh,
no.
Can we go ahead like right now and give Stacey Abrams her flowers right now?
That's another thing. Come on.
Now, worthy.
I'm loving all those memes that came out too. If I bet was a person.
Yeah, right. If I bet was a person. Hey, Dizzy. It'd be like it.
For Donald to know it was me.
Right.
Look, it'd be like it.
We're gonna do our final roundabout. We're gonna do our final roundabout, and I'm gonna let Kela actually be the closer of this episode, because man, oh man. So roundabout, Candice, what you got?
Look, y'all, this was a threat to our democracy. Although we knew it was jacked up long time ago, and we've been working to try and fix it, which is why we are paying more attention to election, and we're having more people of color and more women that are running for office, for political office, in all levels, local all the way up to federal. Keep it going. Continue to pay attention, continue to vote, continue to teach your children about the political system, because we weren't taught it in this much detail. It wasn't this much in our faces when we were younger. So they are getting a totally different perspective from this. So, especially my people, please explain to your children, like I did to my boys, baby, you can play with your little white friends as much as you want to. You love them. They can come over. They can hang out as long as they're respectful. But keep this in the front of your mind. You are Black first. That is the first thing they're going to see when they see your face. So you cannot go out here in this street and do the same dumb shit that your little white friends do, because they will shoot your Black ass and they will bring you home in a box. So pay attention, and keep this in the front of your brain. Govern yourself accordingly.
Come on, govern.
You know how you have been raised. You know how you are supposed to act when you are in the street and how you're supposed to represent yourself and our family. I'm talking to all of us now.
Come on.
How we supposed to act. And y'all know how they look at us crazy and they call us hood, and they call us ratchet and all this type of stuff. Govern yourselves accordingly. Because like we said earlier, what that was going on out there yesterday, that ain't our fight. Y'all handle that.
That's right.
We got other stuff we're worried about. We're still trying to get equal rights across the board. We just want y'all to stop shooting us. Can you not shoot us how you don't shoot them? Can we talk about that? Can we do that? Can y'all not shoot us how y'all don't shoot them? Can you not beat us how you not beat them?
I'm telling you, it was training.
Can you
Can I get a virtual high five from you, sister?
Can you not use
Thank
excessive force on us how you didn't use it on them? I ain't seen not one nightstick. Like, I ain't seen no rubber bullets. We just want.
I ain't even see a good right hook. I ain't even see a backhand. I didn't see that.
A throat chop or something. Just back up, like just forward something.
Full Nelson, a DDT. People's elbow.
Scratched off the wall, Dizzy. That's an easy beat down. I just gotta do pull you down. I didn't even see that.
No.
Look, I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. It's still a global pandemic. More people have died in the last 2 days. Like, the numbers are still going up. Y'all, this is still bad. Like, the vaccine is out there. Take it if you will. That's on you. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna judge you. So, wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer, but please use soap. Wash your ass, because we can still smell your body.
Girl.
Oh, shit.
I'm glad you wear your mask because you can smell your breath. We ain't got to smell that no more. So, wash your hands, wash your ass, socially distance, protect your kids, and y'all
Get it together.
watch your six, because
Yeah.
woo, this is not the end. And we know we're back.
What's that, Kela?
Watching my six, I don't know. I know I'm like in my bunker, but you never know.
Lord. All right, Tyrone, Greggory, what you got, boo?
Oh, shit. You would come to me. All right. Listen. Period, point blank. Everything my sister just said, I back the fuck up. Period. All I'm going to tell y'all is, right now, we are in a delicate situation. Because at the end of the day, we already done felt it through the summer. As a people, our people, we done felt it through the summer. But now we seeing that it's paper thin for them to fuck with their people.
Yeah.
They did not do what they did to our people. They did not. And it's just period. They didn't. I'm talking about our people was on some peaceful shit. Peaceful protesting, and they whooped they ass.
True.
Period. But these jokers then ran into the goddamn Capitol. Now they tested it already, if y'all remember. They came in there with AR-15s. And nobody did nothing.
They sure did.
They did that shit. Y'all remember that shit? They came in there with AR-15s. Nobody did nothing. But then they come in there, boom. Now a white lady gets shot. Rest your soul, lady. No disrespect. But guess what? How many black people died over the summer to the hands of the police for nothing? I mean, granted, if you had an infliction or something that you did wrong, cool. But you didn't have to die for it.
Wow, right.
But this chick was part of the people that stormed the Capitol. In my mind, yeah, shoot the bitch. Bow. Ah.
We can't help it happen when Secret Service tell you not to move any closer.
Right. So I'm not saying that. I'm not being so raw that I'm like a life doesn't matter. But guess what? You did something stupid as hell and you got shot. But guess what? We get shot, or people of color get shot, and they ain't even doing nothing that bad.
Exactly.
They did what they were asked to do. Officer, you told me to give you my wallet. Where
Right.
else?
So in closing, I will say this. Listen, we are at a turning point. We are at a turning point in this world right now. In this country anyway. We're at a turning point. I'm not telling nobody to choose sides, but at the end of the day, we gotta make this shit right.
True.
I'm pushing positivity and I'm loving love.
No doubt. Mr. KB, your last round for this.
Yes, Albert, you're trifling, but I love you.
You better not say shit else about a vacuum.
But he's gonna bring it every episode. You're gonna have a vacuum edition.
He will.
Watch, buy you one for your birthday one year. Watch.
Right.
I'm gonna send him my address.
Yo, we need to send him one that says what you got to say.
We will.
So I was getting into what is it, Frank? I said,
Yeah.
He said a couple of things. Even the fact of comparing, losses of life, because life is, no matter what we say, it is precious. And even when he was saying about, there's hate between the Republican and the Democrat. So I have done my, 2 cents. If you go on my Instagram, I left some more cents of my not on balance day.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this. It is a wake-up call for all of the people like me that are nice and good, well-being, community-driven, kind-hearted, good Samaritan, building bridges, sharing love. Sometimes, not even sometimes, especially as a Black man and as a Black woman, you got to put on your boots, you got to put on your armor, you got to put on your helmet, and you got to go in and play the game. And so I'm saying for me today, it's time to play the game. It's time to, nuck if you buck. It's time for people to understand that at the end of the day, I get it. I get it more than I ever had before about Martin and Malcolm and all these women and men that fought for us. I think 99.9, they were like, I don't really want to do this, but I have to do this. That's the difference, I think, Lance, that I wanted to share from the Black perspective, is that we have to do this. Mm-hmm. We have to say it. We have to stand. Because the moment that we don't do a have, we don't become a whole. And we're done. And I'm not a dinosaur. I'm a Black man. And I will not be extinct. So,
Zinga.
That was, hold on. That was actually something that could be said as a word, brother. Listen, I don't go to church at all, but I'm going to tell you right now, I grew up in that. That was a word right there.
I like that.
I am not a dinosaur. I will not be extinct.
I like that.
We are precious.
Pass the collection plate.
They trying.
We are wonderful. We are phenomenal. And yesterday, for me, it just showed me how much you don't see me. So I need to show me and show up every single day. Mm-hmm. So just like the white lady said on one of my favorite, what I call shows, this don't fuck with me, fellas. This is my first time at the rodeo. And I'm done.
Woo! Oh, I
don't
think Cabana has cursed this much in any episode we've ever had. He's definitely has the fire up in him today. Look, even came with the black Scully and everything. He is.
Yo, look.
Do you got like Air Force Ones too? You
got some Air Force Ones, some stops, some
tears, y'all. I'm ready.
Kela got tears. She's so proud. Okay, because again, like I said, I gotta let Kela round this out. So,
come on, sis.
That.
Yesterday for me was crazy. It was a crazy mix of emotions. I try not to watch the news or look at alerts or nothing while I'm at work, while I'm working. But when my husband walked into my office yesterday and he was like, he just had this look on his face. And he was like, I know that you don't like look at the news and stuff while you at work, but I really need you to turn on CNN Live right now. And so I have a little headset on when I turned it on or whatever. And I was like, is this a movie? This can't be real. I'm going to tell you the same feeling I got. I got the same feeling come over me when I was at work when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, what is this? What is this? What am I watching? This cannot be the United States of America that this is happening in right now. I will not say, I heard a lot of senators and representatives yesterday say, America, this is not us. Well, yeah, it is kinda. We keep doing dumb shit like this. It's kinda us. Which shouldn't be, but it kinda is. It kinda looks like some shit that America would do. I felt yesterday like, okay, I have a very vast spread of friends from all nationalities, ages, sex, genders, whatever. I got friends that are everything.
Facts.
And when I was in college, I used to frequent this white club called Bar Norfolk. And it would be like thousands, 1,500 maybe, of mostly white people in the club. It's their club. I just happen to like, I'm an 80s chick, I like their music. So I would go into that club. And I always have fun in that club. But there's a time when you're at a place and you realize that you're one of the only few peppers in a pool of salt. And the mood shifts.
Yes, sir.
Like to kind of start playing, I don't know, that kind of like mosh pit music starts happening. And everybody starts kind of moving like a wave, and everybody and people start pushing, and I'm gonna have to say white boys because that's who was doing it. White boys start taking off their shirts, and all that starts to happen, and then you get this feeling like, hold up, this is no longer my party. Let me grab my drink and leave. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. I was like,
where we going? Where we leaving to?
I don't know where we going. But I was like,
where we going? Where we leaving to?
I think it's time to go.
It might be time to go. But guess what? It might be time for them to go.
So it was crazy. It was so crazy. I was just like, yo, I got to go. I gotta go. This is not my party anymore. It's not my party. So I'm gonna just sit back and I'm gonna just watch and see what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna watch my 6. Because when that happens in those clubs, you gotta watch your 6. Because at the end of the day, when the fight breaks out, not if, when the fight breaks out, nobody remembers anybody except for the black girl in the corner and the black man that was there, and because we the ones arrested.
Y'all the ones that defended yourselves and not get beat up.
In your club. And that's what I felt like yesterday. We in your club watching you tear up your own shit. I don't understand. I didn't understand it. Nothing's gonna come from it. Nothing's gonna change. I think they're gonna do this shit again on the 19th to 20th because ain't nobody spanked that ass after that temper tantrum yet.
And they need to.
So until the asses are spanked, they're gonna come and throw another, as Sam said, Trumper tantrum. They're gonna throw another one until asses get spanked.
That's what bro said the other day to us, and he was like, y'all want to talk about this?" Yesterday he was like, "Y'all want to talk about this?" I was like,
I love my boy Shane. My boy Shane, just as white as he want to be, talking about, I don't know where we going, but we got to get the hell out. Shane ready to go too. He be like, let me go with y'all. I'm coming with y'all.
Then he check over there like, give us free.
Yeah, us free. Okay, so I'm finished with my rant. I'm still not there yet with my mental from yesterday. So Kela, take us out.
Well,
Look, come on, Prophet.
So y'all did very well. You know what I mean? Going over the mishaps of yesterday. That, you know, going over the stand back and stand by signal that was, you know, finally came to fruition. Y'all did all that. What I want to say is understand that Black people were never meant to be where we are today. We are making a big disruption in this country.
Yep.
The Constitution was not made for us, nor women. So allies, come on over. You need to be on this side because they can take that shit away from you just as quick.
Yeah.
But we are really standing up for ourselves and saying, yes, because you gave us these rights only a couple years ago, we are going to actually demand that we have equal rights under the law, period. We saw yesterday that they still don't fucking get it. Okay, so what we can do, there is a list of these Republicans who are still on that train. They are still intent on having these plans to disrupt all that shit, take away people's rights in different states and shit. So what we need to do is pay attention in 2022. That's where our mind is now. Y'all get involved in your city councils, because the only way this is going to change is for us to get involved. Okay, not to be able to have them have all the people inside, the police also working, who agree with the rioters, the domestic terrorists that were at the Capitol yesterday. Those people work in those facilities. People who want the betterment of America needs to be in those positions. They all need to go. So it takes for all of us to be involved. The most important thing is not money. It is how we live as people. And you can get involved at your local level, so then it will work its way up. But this is where we have power locally. The next race, 2022. Yeah, look out, y'all. Make sure you stay safe, because you never know. But keep your motherfucking eyes open.
That part.
Keep your eyes open. All right. Y'all be safe out there. That's what I got. But they can do it. They can do anything. You see, they can do anything they want to.
Yeah.
You see, they have restrictions they want to. I don't want any more craziness out of y'all. I just want you to say, yes, you are right, Kela.
They can do it with no consequence.
With zero.
As I said again, somebody's ass needs to be beat.
A little tap of the tush, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want to be a Black
law
man
and order.
until it's time to be a Black man.
Y'all believe in law and order so much. Get your shit together.
Thank you, Frank.
Where's the door going?
Thank you, Frank. Frank been saying some great things. Thank you, sir.
He did. Look, Frank says, really interesting how you feel the situation and perception and the situation in France and Europe. The racial issue has reached another level that we can't imagine. We're so sad about this situation. Again, 10 years ago, America was hope and light. Yesterday, it was darkness and hate. It is important for you and the whole world. Please, America, heal.
Yo.
Their marketing budget got cut. That's why we are no longer the land of the free, the beautiful, the number one, the any of that. It is a third world country. Come on, people. That's exactly what's happening over here in America. Don't let them fool you by thinking that this is all fun and games. Everybody is not doing well over here. It is fucked up. And the people in charge are the ones responsible.
True.
But just listen to what Frank said though. Thank you, Frank. Real talk. Thank you.
They're not mad.
We love y'all. We out.
We out.
I know we can be here another 3 hours.